of this young man, Pedro Tractor, the Chesterfield Suzuki rider, walking up to the line first, quickest in time training. They're talking to John van der Berg, number 92, second in time training. So these two trying to decide which is the best start position to go. Demaria finished 8th. And I'm not surprised, really, because this was quite a serious crash. Demaria landing on top of number 88, Thierry Bethis, fellow Frenchman. And glad to say neither rider too seriously injured, but obviously his confidence a little bit dented. But nevertheless, onto the line they came for Heat 1 of this Belgium 125 World Grand Prix. 30-second board should go up. There's Demaria, number 4, and there is that 30-second board. Davy Stryber's 65, a quick shot of him. 5-second up. They'll be ready to go. That gate is going to drop, and it does. And away they go. Into that right-hand corner. Very tight corner this is. It's as if we've got everybody around safely. Into the left-hander, but we've got a few casualties. Looks to be 1 or 2 on the floor over there. Can't pick them out who they are, but it's Pedro Tractor, number 3, into the lead on the Chesterfield Suzuki. Up over the jump he goes. Get back for second place, man. That's Chiodi. Strybus was there. Peter Dirks is there. Massimo Bartolini. Kelly Swanson gone through. Albertine gone through. Looking back. Well, there is, 16. That was Matt Gordon. British riders. Trying to sort them out as they come through. So many of them here. Number 9. Peter Beera going through. He's not had a very good start. The tail enders amongst there. The British riders. Neil Prince went through. Number 5, oh, that's an awful start for the other Bartolini, Andre Bartolini, way down at the back, but at the front, it's Tractor. Stryber, 65, still there in second. Oh, that was Chiodi, nearly gone from third. He hung on. Albertine just gone through there. There's Kelly Swanson, 94, the 18-year-old youngster. He's going great. The rest of the pack comes screaming through. And Demaria way down at the back of the field. He's had a disastrous start, but back with the leader. Pedro Tractor, number 3, has this well and truly sewn up at the moment. Over the big tabletop, he hoists the Suzuki. Strybus, Chiodi is still there, behind Strybus. There's Albertine, number 10. He's trying to pick up a few extra points. A bit of buffeting and banging going on there between two riders. Couldn't make their mind up which part of the track they wanted, but this lad knows exactly where he's going. Pedro Tractor leading. Davy Stryber still there in second position, heading for the big tabletop. Up and over he goes, and well, he looks down and may have a problem with that bike. Albertine now up into third. There's Chiodi now down into fourth. Bartolini, this is Massimo Bartolini, the younger of the Bartolini crew. Kelly Swanson, Peter Dirks, 23 Van Grimston there, 54 the New Zealander, Daryl Atkins going through. Really are in for some great stuff, but where's Demaria? That's the question we keep asking ourselves, and there is the answer. Back into the paddock goes Demaria. He's got a problem of some kind. Back at the front with a man that has no problem, just has the lead. Pedro Tractor, up over the jump he goes. Looking for that checkered flag being waved on, urged on by the mechanic. Second place man should still be Davy Strybus, and it is at the moment. We're looking back for number 10, and there he is, Greg Albertine, the South African. Chiodi still there, coming through. We're looking back now for Bartolini, young Massimo Bartolini. He's through as well. There's Swanson just coming through, and John van der Berg is right up there behind Swanson. Van Grinsman going through, still with Daryl Atkin behind him, but we join the leader once again, number 3, Pedro Tractor, as he comes past to start the last and final lap. There it is, 1 lap to go. He gets on the finisher. Albertine settling from where he is, and so is Chiodi, 101. Happy to be in fourth position at the moment. Here comes Tractor, takes the checkered flag. We're looking back now for second place man. And second it was for this man, Davy Strybus. Behind him on the Honda, in third, number 10, and that was Greg Albertine, the South African. Well, a little bit of controversy after that first race because Peter Dirks, after losing his silencer halfway through the race, was disqualified for excessive noise. So that changed the order. Chiodi moved up to 4th and Bartolini there, that's Massimo Bartolini, was 5th. Carlson was 6th and Swanson, young Kelly Swanson, came home in 7th. Heat 2, off the line, and here they come. Down into that right hand, a full tilt. These little 125s are going. We've got a whole heap of machines and men. As the dust will settle, we'll find out who's amongst them. Number 9 there, that's Peter Bira. And that was Albertine, number 10, who was amongst that crash. He's got away, but he's going to have to come right from the back of the pack. Everybody's, well, it's Bira that seems to have a problem. Maybe that's pulled his fuel tap off or his fuel line off the carburetor, but he can't get the bike started. He's away now, so Peter Bira, well, he's right at the back, the tail end Charlie. Well, over the jump they come. It's Thribus, Fragter in 2nd place. Then it's Frederic Vial. Then it's Charel Sweeb. Then it's Demarie, number 4. The Frenchman needing to get somewhere near to the front of the pack. And now it's Tractor that's in the lead, and it's Thribus 2nd. Sweeb is still there in 3rd. Vial is still there. Looking for Demarie. There is Demarie. Bolle on the inside. Vanderberg. And Dirks flies over the jump. Wow. Really is some cracking stuff. But we've got a change at the front once again. Stribus goes to the front. Pedro Tractor goes back to 2nd. These two are changing places like you wouldn't believe. Cheryl Sweeby is still there, and Tractor goes to the front. They really are going for this handlebar to handlebar stuff around this circuit. The question will be who's going to do the winning. Looks like Demarie on the inside. 92, that's John Vanderberg going on after Demarie, the former 125-250 champion. He's no stranger to success, and look at this battle at the front. Pedro Tractor back out there again in the lead. Davy Stribers in 2nd. Well, it can be either of these two that are going to get to the checkered flag first. Over the big jumps they go. Cheryl Sweeby there flashes through your picture. 15, Vial fighting with fellow Frenchman Frederic Bolle. Well, Demarie, John Vandenberg just flashed also through your picture. Frederick Vernon there looks to be going back to the pits. Peter Dirks trying to pick up points from that first race. 44 there, that's Harold van Heeswick. Number 5, Bartolini. Albertini's there with him at the moment. 108, that's Leon Gisbers. Back with the leaders we are, and it's Pedro Tractor, number 3, that still leaves from 65, Davies Thribos. And Sweeb still there in 3rd, he's hanging on to that position, doesn't want to relinquish it. Got points to be scored, and we're back at the front, and we've got a change. It's once again Stribus has taken up the running. These two really are swapping places. They can't make their mind up who wants to win out of the two of them. But I'm sure we'll get a result very, very soon. But at the moment, it's the red Honda of Stribus that's out there in front. The yellow Suzuki of Tractor chasing hard in 2nd. Sweeby still there in 3rd. New 4th place man now, John Vanderberg. Behind him, the young French lad, Frederic Bolle in 5th, number 17. Well, Demarie seems to be dropping back, but not this man, because number 3, Pedro Tractor, still there in 2nd and still chasing Davy Stribus. They're the leader, number 65. So Demarie must be suffering the effects of that practice crash. 1 lap left to go as Stribus takes the checkered flag, and Pedro Tractor unable to catch Stribus, so he finishes 2nd with 17 points. It's 3rd then for Charel Sweeby, number 14. He'll be happy with that, and 15 points in the bag. And behind those two, it's John Vanderberg, then Bolle in 5th. Well, Heat 3 saw this guy, 65 Davy Strivos, lead from the gate to the flag to take a great win. And despite falling in the last race, coming from 15th to 2nd, here he is, Greg Albertine, with a 3rd and an 8th to tally up his points from this 125 Grand Prix. Talon Volan, his best score of the day, 3rd in the 3rd heat.